What's up? Hey guys, it's Ivan. In this video, I want to show you how to pass through query strings from your landing page all the way to the last page in your funnel. And the reason why you would want to do this is if you're promoting products from a different affiliate network or from some affiliate products like ClickFunnels, you have the option to download a report which shows the sub-IDs that generated the sale. If you just use the sub-IDs with ClickMagick without passing the query strings, you will only see the results in ClickMagick, not in those networks. But if you, for example, are promoting MaxBounty products and you want to see what sub-IDs caused the sale in MaxBounty, not just ClickMagick, you would need to pass through query strings, and that's what I'm going to show you here. So without further ado, let's jump straight in. I have 3 pages. I have my landing page, I have the thank you page, which follows the landing page, and I have the affiliate offer, which follows the thank you page, mimicking a layout that you may possibly have. But once you get the idea, it doesn't matter what your funnel looks like, you will be able to set it up. In this case, for my affiliate offer, I'm using a ClickFunnels product. And the reason why I use ClickFunnels is because this is a perfect example of the need to pass through query strings, because ClickFunnels doesn't allow you to track your sales via adding pixels or postback URLs. So what they have though is they provide you an affiliate link and you can add your sub-IDs there. However, if you have a landing page, that makes it complicated because you can't see which keywords attributed to the sale when you download that ClickFunnels report. But if we pass through query strings, we will be. And that's why I'm using this ClickFunnels product, so that when you download the ClickFunnels report, you can see where your sales came from. So the first thing we have to do is go to our ClickFunnels links and add the query string tokens and parameters there so we can pass it through. If you're not sure what a postback URL is or how to pass through ClickID successfully, I recommend you check out my previous videos because I explain that in detail, and the concept here is pretty much exactly the same. So check them out, click the links up above, and just check those videos out. It will give you a good idea to make this video more easier to understand. But what I'm going to do is, to the end of all of my links, except my affiliate offer, we'll get to that. What we want to do is put question mark S1 equals S1 in square brackets, ampersand S2 equals S2 in square brackets. Now you could also say, again, ampersand and S3 equals S3 in square brackets, S4 and S5 up to 5. I'm using 2 because ClickFunnels only has 2 in their downloadable report. One thing to note also, if there is already a question mark in your offer, so for example, you have something like this, an ASDFAS. In that case, you can't put another question mark. It has to be an ampersand. So if you don't have a question mark at the end of your link, you can use a question mark. If you do, you have to use an ampersand when you're writing this through, but I already mentioned that in my ClickID video. So again, if you're familiar with that, this should make sense to you. So what we're doing here is once, for example, if you're promoting on Google or Bing, once someone clicks on your link with a certain keyword, which caused them to click on the ad, that keyword will become a sub-ID. And that sub-ID will be stored in this token and parameter, okay? And what our goal is to pass this keyword through all the way to the ClickFunnels sales page so we can see which keyword resulted in the sale. So over here in this case, I'm saying question mark S1, S2. That's for the landing page. For the thank you page, again, I'm doing the same thing. Notice it's question mark because there is no question mark in my link. And I'm saying, again, question mark S1 equals S1. Basically, I'm just passing the data through from box to box, okay? So this is something you would have to write no matter who or where you are. You would always have to write S1 equals S1 because you're using ClickMagick, and S1 is the parameter they use to store the sub-IDs. So it would go like this. Now in ClickFunnels, as you're passing through these sub-IDs, ClickFunnels, they don't store the sub-ID in the S1 parameter like ClickMagick does. Rather, they store it in this F sub. And by the way, notice there's an ampersand because they already have a question mark here, okay, in that query string. So it says F sub, but we would still write equals S1. So normally, if you were promoting ClickFunnels before, you were thinking, oh, okay, well, I'm going to put in my sub ID here, for example, Facebook ads or Google ads or forums or ref content, and I will know where the sale came from. But if you're using a landing page, it's more complicated for obvious reasons because the affiliate offer isn't the first page you're promoting. So it's kind of useless for you unless you're direct linking. So over here, what we're going to do is we're going to just put S1 in square brackets, and that will pass through that sub ID all the way to this ClickFunnels page. And I'm going to show you in a second. But before we do that, let's go to our ClickFunnels funnel and see what we have to do there. So on the landing page, there's two things you have to do. One thing for every single page and one thing specifically for this step. So what you have to do here is, of course, on the button, you have to add this thank you page URL right here. Okay, so I have that here on the button. If I say here, as you can see, it says the question mark S1 equals S1, S2 equals S2 in square brackets. That is required. Now, if you want to use a tracking link, then what you would have to do is you would use this link, but at the end of it, you must say S1 and S2 in square brackets. Now, if you use this link by itself, it will not work. It will give you an error because the only way it can work is if the sub IDs have already been generated. So just keep that in mind if you're testing, and you're thinking, hey, why isn't it working? So make sure if you want to use a tracking link, you use this link with the S1, S2 at the end, or your sub ID will not pass. The other thing you have to do is go to Help, click on FAQs and Knowledge Base, and type JavaScript here at the top. Click Search FAQs, and click on this second link here. And then copy this code. You have to do this so the sub ID gets passed through. So copy that code right there from this second FAQ and put it into the footer if you're using ClickFunnels, or before the ending body section if you're using any other page builder, and just put it there. And what that's going to do is pass through that sub ID to the thank you page. So now we're going to go to the thank you page and see what we have there. And now on this thank you page, we have to once again make sure that we are taken to that affiliate offer while passing through those sub IDs. So I'm going to click here, and once again, I see that I have my links there. See, it says F sub equals S1 and F sub 2 equals S2. If you want to use 2, you don't have to use 2. You can use 1, but I think ClickFunnels only has a maximum of 2, so you can't use more than that, even though ClickMagick uses a maximum of 5. So there's that. Again, if you want to use a tracking link, just make sure that you use this link and then put in /S1/S2 at the end, okay? And that should pass through those sub IDs successfully. So, and over here, as I may not have mentioned, just make sure you have the code here again as well, okay? Because that's important. You have to pass through this sub ID to the next page. So let's go ahead and test it out. I'll show you what it looks like, and then we can go from there. One other thing to keep in mind is I'm not using an autoresponder in this case. As you saw here, I just had simple buttons, and that's to make things easier. If you want to use an autoresponder so that when people enter their emails, they're taken to the next page and the query string is passed through, the process is the same, but you do have to go to your autoresponder and make some adjustments there on the form. I do cover that in another video where I show you how to pass through click IDs via autoresponder forms. So check that video out over here to help you understand how to do that if that's what you want to do. But this shows you the skeleton of what you have to do. So let's test it out, and let me just show you what the result of all this setup looks like. So let's suppose I'm going to put this here in, and here will be my keyword. Okay, now obviously if you're using Google or Bing, it will say something like this. I don't want to use that because it contains the special characters which won't actually exist. So I'm just going to make it simple, and I'll just say, something like keyword, maybe ad group X, something like that. But obviously, if you do use the brackets, if you do use the tokens, that will pre-populate with the actual keyword or the actual ad group, etc., etc. And I will click enter. And as you can see here, my keyword and my ad group are now stored in the S1 and S2 parameters, okay? And now we said on the next page is our thank you page. We have to pass through these query strings. So I'm going to hover over this button here. And as you can see there at the bottom, it says S1 equals keyword, S2 equals ad group. So we know it works fine. Let's click on it. and see what happens. And there it is. The query string has been passed through. Now, the main point of this is to pass the query strings through to the ClickFunnels link. That's the main idea. So let's click on that and see what happens. At the bottom, we already see it looks good. It says F sub keyword, F sub ad group. But when I click on it just to make sure it says keyword, it says ad group here. So really useful stuff, because now if you make a sale on ClickFunnels, you will be able to see in ClickFunnels, at least, if not in ClickMagick, since ClickFunnels doesn't allow you to track sales, you'll be able to at least see in ClickFunnels how you generated that sale, what keyword, what ad group contributed to it. So that is how you pass query strings. That's the meat and bones of it. If you know, everyone's setup may be a little different. You may not be using ClickFunnels. You may be using GetResponse in addition to this, stuff like that. If you want me to take a look, just leave me a question, ask. As long as it's not too complicated, I can help you out with that. But other than that, I hope this was helpful. If you guys have any other questions or concerns, feel free to leave them down below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It helps me understand if I'm going on the right way, if I'm helping you guys understand questions that need to be answered. Thank you so much again for watching. I will see you in the next video.